You want to live in Taiwan?
Taiwan?
Walmart is making people gay.
Maybe it's a you problem.
And I think that your opinion is invalid. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cooper and Art.
Welcome to our podcast.
We're happy to be back. We're on episode 7 now.
I don't know, probably.
Somebody needs to be keeping count.
Yeah. I had like 3 coffees today already. This is my 3rd.
Oh, wow.
So I feel like a little bit lost.
So are you going to be like getting up again and going to the bathroom like once or twice?
I will.
Yeah.
It does make me pee a lot.
Yeah.
So we will go right into it. We have a lot of topics today.
Yeah.
A lot happened over the week. We have a lot of drama, controversy.
Yeah.
So we just like catch up on everything. So stay till the end. Make sure you stay till the end. It helps our video to get in YouTube recommendations.
Yeah.
So how's your week?
It's been pretty good. You know, April Fool's was yesterday. So for context, I told all of my fans that I was straight, and it was pretty controversial. You know, people were very active in the comments. Somebody commented, "Please no." Somebody else commented, "Real?" ? And somebody else commented, "Shock, period, LOL." A couple other people commented laughing emojis. Did you see my April Fool's joke?
I saw, and I don't think it's a good joke.
You didn't think it was a good joke?
You see, the whole point of the joke is like it should be believable.
You know, I think it was very well received, and I think that your opinion is invalid.
I think that if they watched your OnlyFans, they would see that my opinion is valid. But anyways, congrats on coming out.
Thank you. It's been a journey.
Yeah.
And you know, speaking of April, it's starting to get warm out again. We had a nice little warm weekend. It was like 80 degrees on Saturday, right?
It was 80 degrees it was weird because it was 80 degrees during the day, and then during the night it was like 40 or like 35.
Yeah.
It was a big drop.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna put some clips right now just to put in perspective how many people went outside in New York City. It was insane. All the hot people went out.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm telling you, the Central Park was just like insane. Me and Johnny, we decided to go on a date a little bit, and we were like getting ready. You know, we left at 2, so we went to Central. We wanted to go to West Side Highway to walk, but we went to Central Park. We got there, and it's just like thousands of people, tens of thousands of people. I've never seen Central Park in 4 years this way, and you only give us one warm day in New York City.
Yeah,
this is what happens.
Sounds about right, honestly. I feel
a lot of hot guys.
Yeah, it reminds me of college, where you have those like big lawns in like the middle of the campus, and on the one nice day that we get in like March or April, everybody goes out onto that lawn and it becomes just utterly packed.
Also, New York gets so empty in July and August because everyone goes to Hampton. I mean, people who can afford it. People who can afford go to Hamptons, Fire Island. So there's like all people here, nobody left home.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a bunch of students, a bunch of people who are just playing. So did you know also there is like a specific spot in Central Park where all the gay guys go?
Really? Like one spot?
Yeah. Like it's called Sheep's Meadow or something like this.
Sheep's Meadow.
So it's Sheep's Meadow, and of course there was like all the people there this weekend, but gay guys have like this specific spot there, and they still were getting together in this specific spot because every single second Sunday of the months they all get together during the summer, all in Speedos.
Interesting.
All half naked.
Wow.
We went there, so if you want to find a boyfriend, I guess that's...
I had been trying to get out that day, but I had been out the previous night. I was out till...
You were with us.
Well, yeah, so I was actually with them on Friday night. We watched a movie.
We should probably talk about it.
Oh, we should talk about the movie? Guys, we watched this movie called Borat, right?
Borat, yeah. Who watched Borat? Borat, if you're Jewish, you probably watched Borat.
People in the comments are going to be like...
I think we should put like a little clip of Borat.
She's my sister. She is number 4 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan.
As a woman has a right to choose who she has sex with.
What?
How about that? Isn't that amazing?
You joke?
There must be consent. How about that?
What did you think?
I thought it was a very funny movie.
When Johnny showed me it for the first time, I didn't know like how is it like on Amazon, like how is it legal?
How is this movie appropriate? How is it legal? How has it not been banned in every country in the world? But the guy is Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy is Jewish. He lives here, and there's a Borat 2 that we're gonna watch.
So we were like halfway into that. I was just going to say that after we finished watching that movie, I went out and I met some of my friends. They were coming out from a bar. And so I literally just like walked to downtown Manhattan at like 3 a.m. Super safe activity. But it was really nice because I think that night before it got really warm in the day, it was already warming up like at night. So it was like 60 degrees at night. So I was really enjoying myself.
How was it walking in Manhattan at 3 a.m.?
It was actually really peaceful. I think because it's like a good part of Manhattan and like there was just nobody out and it was like super like, I don't know, nice outside. It wasn't cold. And then I got to see my friends because they all came out from the bar and they were so happy to see me because they were wasted. And yeah, it was pretty fun. And then
What do you guys do at 4 a.m.?
oh, we literally just like walked around and talked for like 10 minutes and they were like, okay, we're going home. I was like, yeah, I'm probably going to go home too. Go to bed.
You said on the way here you had an issue.
Oh yeah. Guys, have you ever had an issue with your Uber driver before? 99% of people might say yes because I have it all the time. But today really stood out as a good case. Oh my God, wait. Actually, I have 2 Uber stories.
Bro, maybe it's a you problem.
Okay, multiple Uber stories coming at you right now. The first one, last week, when I was flying to Colorado, I took an Uber to the airport, and my Uber, I was just like on my phone. We were in the highway, and all of a sudden, I felt the car swerve to the left out of the blue. And then I heard a car behind us honk, and then the car smashed into us. Like the part
Today?
No, not today. This
Okay.
was like last week. Part of the car came off and it like flew into the road and then like another car like swerved around us. It almost became like a 3-way accident, all because my Uber driver just decided to go to the left all of a sudden. It was absolutely bonkers. And then when we had to park the car on like the side of the road, but it was like a shoulder. And so there's no space for you to like get out and move. It's not like we're on the side of the highway. We're on like a shoulder. There's like lanes all around us. And so I'm trapped there, like in this like broken car, trying to get to the airport. And my Uber driver, he's like just sitting in his car for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, dude, go do something. Like go like either call the police or like go talk to this guy or whatever, but you can't just sit in your car that's not working in the middle of this busy highway. We're like right outside of a New York airport.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
How did it end?
Eventually the guy so like it was the bumper that came off of his car, and he takes the bumper and he puts it back onto his car and he starts driving. And I'm like, wow.
I would do the same.
And then he just dropped me off. I don't know how he is now, but
What happened today?
so today I was on my way over here and I get into the Uber, and apparently they don't see where they're going until you get into the car and they like press a button. And so he pressed the button and he saw that I was headed into the city, and because I don't live quite in the city, I live right outside the city, and he goes, "Oh, I'm not going to New York City," and so
And he said no.
yeah. So
It happened to me before.
Yeah. So he was like, "You need to get out." So I got out of the car and I like, shut the door, and maybe I was a little frustrated in the moment. So I like shut it with a little bit of force.
Spit on it.
But I didn't slam his door or anything. I just shut it with a little bit of force, and he starts yelling at me, but I can't like really understand what he's saying to me because he's speaking Spanish and I don't quite speak Spanish like at all. And so I don't really know what he's saying to me, but like he's just yelling at me, and I'm like, bro, why are you yelling at me? And I turn around and he like points to the door that I just like shut with a little bit of force, and I look at the door, and the door is like halfway like duct taped onto his car. It's one of those cars. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry that like I ruined your little art project here. Like, what's going on? And then I just walked away. And then the second Uber that I got to get here, he asked me, like, he was like, oh, what are you going to the city for? And I was just like, oh, I'm going to my friend's art place. We're doing a podcast together. And he's like, really? That's so cool. Tell me all about your podcast.
I hate those kind of Ubers. Like, honestly, I used to be so much friendlier when I just moved here and I was like trying to learn English and practice.
Yeah.
But now when I get to the Uber, I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to tell my life story.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell them anything about me. I don't want them to tell me their life story.
You just want to put your AirPods in and
I
chill.
just don't, like, if you drive me an Uber, never talk to me, please. It's just like I'm not interested in this conversation. I don't know. I just have plenty of people to talk to.
Yeah.
Like, we talk on podcasts, we talk on videos everywhere. So it's like, I just want a fucking peace. And there's so many times where it was like, I got in a car and they started talking to me and they're like, where are you from? I remember it happened to me in Las Vegas and I was like, it doesn't matter. Like,
You said that?
Yeah. I was just like, I really don't want to talk about where I'm from. And, you know, normal person would be like, oh, maybe like he has some trauma, like, you know, maybe he's weird. This guy kept asking me. And he's like, are you from Russia? That's why you're afraid to tell me.
He was prodding into your life. That's crazy.
I was like, no, bro. Like, I was like, I just told you, I don't want to tell you where I'm from. And I was with somebody else, which is Justin, my friend. And he like kept like digging. I was like, no. And he's like, you're from Ukraine, probably. I was like, whatever. So it was like so invasive.
Wow.
Yeah, I gave him 0 stars. And,
Wow.
1 star, I guess. But yeah, I don't want to talk to Uber drivers. I just don't find it interesting. So if you're driving us, we do have to drive soon. We do have to take an Uber together soon. Guys, we are going to Miami. So if you have a boat and you live in Miami, if you have a boat and you live in Miami, text us.
I am looking for a sugar daddy with a boat. I repeat, a sugar daddy with a boat. I'm looking for
a sugar daddy with a boat.
Yeah. So we're going to Miami in how many days? 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, 2.
We are going to be there from Thursday to Monday together, and then I'm probably gonna stay till Thursday with Chris. But we're gonna meet with a lot of people. I'm gonna film vlog. We're gonna meet with KB, and he comes with his friend JT. Then we're also gonna meet with Chris. Then we might meet with my other friends there. So it's gonna be a lot of people. I'm excited for it because I feel like we can film TikToks.
Yeah.
Not me being excited because we can film TikToks.
I'm excited to go to the beach. I'm really excited to meet all of your friends.
I don't have that many. It's like 4.
I'm still excited to meet them.
Yeah. But yeah, KB is coming today. So we're going to probably go try pizza together. So we might film a vlog. By the way, it is Wednesday. And I still do not see any YouTube video of yours.
Oh.
Remember what happened in a previous podcast? We said that I'm going to confront you. So are you just lazy?
It's been a hard week.
You did do work a lot, yes.
I was working a lot in advance of this Miami trip, and I was also putting out some TikToks.
You put like 3 TikToks though.
Tapping into my creative side. Let me cook.
He did work. I did call him at 2 a.m. and he was working like 2 days in a row. That's yes. But
I'll be on that grind.
So when is the new YouTube video?
It's coming. It's coming.
Because people in comments, guys, I read all the comments. Like people in comments comment about you a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of them just like they're here for you. They're like, Art, why are you here? Cooper has a future in broadcasting.
But yeah, it's coming. Don't worry. The YouTube channel is coming.
I like your TikTok.
Thank you.
I like your new TikTok about... We're going to put it right now. How did you come up with this idea?
So somebody sent me a link to, this new product that Walmart was unveiling. A very spicy product. And I said, there's no way this could be real. There's absolutely no way. And I even like dug around on the website just to make sure that this was in fact the real Walmart website, and it was. And I was just kind of shocked. And I was like, people have to see this. People need to know that Walmart is making people gay.
I think you do. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I made a little TikTok, and it's just me being absolutely astonished by the...
I'm sure there was a gay guy behind this campaign.
Yeah. The boldness of Walmart's campaign. And I wonder if that guy is watching this right now and subscribing to our pages.
That would be nice. Coming back, we did not address Miami fully. Since we're going to Miami, guys, we need to understand what's the plan. If you live in Miami, let us know if people actually go to the Pride Parade, because the Pride Parade usually is on Sunday, I think, and usually by Sunday everybody is wasted.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to this like nightclub. It's called Twist. So there's gonna be fun there. But the problem I have with Sunday is that Sunday we have White Lotus finale.
Oh, yeah.
And I really don't want to miss it because it's an hour and a half. So an hour and a half, and I just feel like by this time we're probably going to be done anyways, because if we will be drinking, it will be like Friday, Saturday, and, brunch on Sunday. We should make some reservations.
Yeah, we should. And I think people people enjoy the Pride Parade on Sunday, but I feel like people pack it up a bit earlier on Sunday because it is a Sunday. And it's the end of the weekend. Everybody's already, what you said, a bit exhausted from Friday and Saturday's festivities. And so I think that, we could definitely pack it up early and get back in time.
So you think we're going to watch
the White Lotus? Oh, yeah, absolutely. We can't miss that.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be talking about it.
This is a good transition for us to talk about White Lotus.
It is a good transition.
The last episode of White Lotus is going to be an hour and a half. And today we want to talk a little bit more about White Lotus because it's what do we have this week and next week, right? That's it. That's all we have. So, and then the White Lotus is going to be gone. What was your favorite part of this episode?
Of this episode? I got to be, okay, so I know you don't like the three women.
Yeah.
But I think that Laurie's little adventure where she she went to that boxing match, and then afterwards she slept with that guy, and then she had to escape out of the window.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. And her falling out of the window as the other girl came to push her out.
And she did see all the necklaces that were stolen.
Oh yeah, and they're Russian, right?
They're Russian, yeah.
The Russian guys turned out to be the thieves from second episode or whatever.
Yeah, I think first, no? Second?
Yeah,
I don't
very
know.
early.
Yeah, second, you're right.
And she recognized that, along with, he recognized that at the boxing match. I forget his name.
Oh, yeah, Guy Talk.
Yeah, the security guard.
Yeah.
And she recognized that. Did she grab the necklaces?
I don't think she did.
Okay.
But what's interesting about Guy Talk, there was this theory that Valentin was behind it because he was distracting Gay Talk while the car passed by with the robbers.
Yeah.
So there was a theory in TikTok, which is turned out to be true.
True, yeah.
Which is what it says. Theories in TikTok sometimes are true.
Yeah.
And it was it made so much sense. And then Gay Talk saw the face, of this guy. So we will see. I do have a feeling that Guy Talk is the guy who's going to get killed.
Oh, you think he's going to be the one
I think he's going to be the one who is going to get killed. I think everybody else is going to be fine. I just kind of... Him or maybe the Smook girl, because they paid her $5 million, and she's barely even in it.
I don't think she'll get killed.
I think so? Or no?
I don't think she'll get killed, no.
Because, if you think about it, the first season, there was the most irrelevant guy who got killed, and we never know why. It was, the manager of the hotel.
Relevant or irrelevant?
Irrelevant.
I feel like he was very relevant.
I mean, he was relevant, but in terms of the scope, it was not the main guest.
Well, yeah, he wasn't a guest.
Yeah, he wasn't a guest of the hotel.
Yeah.
So this theory, I feel like Guy Talk can be killed somehow. I also feel like there is definitely they're hinting out that the fruits are poisoned and that he might make something poisoned.
I saw this theory.
But I do think that if that was the case, they would not put it in preview. They would not give us an idea that...
I don't know. I feel like they, put it out there just enough to,
I mean, that's very obvious. He's like, this is poison, and I'm about to make protein. You know?
So you're talking about
I'm talking about the fruits, and somebody told this main dad that, yeah, these fruits are poison.
Yeah, yeah.
It's in a preview for next episode.
yeah, people are saying that the dad might kill all of his family with the poison protein shake or whatever. I think it's a legitimate theory because he doesn't have a gun anymore. So
Yeah.
he can't shoot his family. And they were very obvious in the last episode. They did like that whole like dream. Well, he's been having multiple dreams, but that he had that dream last episode where he literally murdered his family.
Do you remember that was my prediction?
Yeah, that was your
like
prediction.
4 weeks ago, something that he cannot just handle.
Yeah,
I thought it was also great when Saxon was talking, Dad, like, I have no hobbies. I have nothing besides my job.
Yeah.
And I just own it to you, and I'm forever going to be the son of Tim Radcliffe. And I was like, did he practice it with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, like this
He is forever going to be Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger's son.
Yeah.
The more we go into this, the deeper we go into the season, we see like they kind of casted, he kind of plays self.
Yeah, he plays himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, he is such a good actor. He's a great actor, not gonna lie.
Can I tell you the one plot that's really annoying me right now? And I hope that they and I think that they might do something with it in the final episode that makes it worthwhile.
Who was it?
The Rick plot, him going to the house, confronting the guy just to push him over in his chair and then leave.
I can see that he doesn't have balls.
Well, yeah, I can see it, but it's this entire season, his character, his plot has been this. Nothing else. He's been talking about it every single episode, and that's all we get from it.
I also saw conspiracy theories that the guy who flipped is his father.
Yeah, I did see that one too.
And that the lady is transgender and it's his father.
Oh, wait.
That's the theory, legit theory. That the lady who Shritala,
The famous one?
yeah, she's his father.
That would be crazy.
That would be iconic, to be honest.
That would be iconic, yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of don't believe this because she has such a accent, I feel like.
Well, and also she's been famous for quite some time there, right?
Yeah, but it's there is a timeline and it all comes together because it was in 70s and that's when he left his father left, whatever. So the timeline is adds up kind of.
Yeah.
We should address the white girl, the liberal white girl who is different than everybody else.
The daughter.
Who is not different at all.
She's not like those other girls. So not gonna lie, I skipped this scene.
You did?
Yeah, because I knew every time she starts talking, I'm like, all right, this is so boring. I gotta skip.
Did you skip when she was sleeping alone in the temple?
Yeah.
You skipped it?
Yeah.
Basically, it's just she skips alone in the temple and they showing off, they're pointing out to the pipes that leaking. Is it pipe, right? Is it called pipe? So basically they're showing how bad the conditions are and she just lays down there by herself and looks around and it's given that she's not gonna like it there.
Oh, yeah.
And then did you skip also her scene with Lachlan when she talked?
So I skipped it, but I heard a lot about this scene where...
Yeah, when he wants to stay now.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. And she was pissed about it because she was you're stealing my thing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
now all of a sudden she doesn't want to say it's not deep about, maybe she just wanted to get out of her family, but she didn't really want it to go to Thailand.
You want to live in Taiwan?
I also liked, I think this is iconic, is whenever I watched it, I was I knew it's going to become a sound on TikTok. I was
Yeah.
come to North Carolina.
Why are you with this middle-aged weirdo? Does he have a lot of money? You can't ask that. Come to North Carolina. I could introduce you to some respectable men. They would eat you up.
I'm gonna meet you with some nice man. They're gonna eat you up. And she was I actually like Rupert. I was are you scared of him?
Why are you with this weird old man?
I feel I have a lot of friends who I could tell it to.
Man.
This is a toxic trait.
People in the comments are going to be bro, who's he talking about?
I have a couple of friends who I did. Well, just to
Oh
save
my
them.
God.
Anyways, overall, we're excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're excited about
I'm
all
very
of it.
excited for this ending.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, so I was thinking about the theory of the poison. I think it might happen because okay.
I think it's too obvious.
So I was watching the first scene, like the opening scene where there's like the gunshots or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like swimming in the pool and there's a body that floats next to him. And I noticed on this body, okay, so first off, I noticed that the body has like shorter hair and brown hair. So it kind of seems like it'd be like a male with darker hair. So like anybody in the Ratcliffe family.
Or guy talk.
Or him, yeah. And he had sort of like it seemed like either like a nicer shirt or like an employee shirt. So I don't think it would have been like one of the Russian guys, because it was like they sort of wear more like rugged things. But what I also noticed that there was no blood. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, if somebody got shot and they fell into the water, wouldn't there be blood? I don't know. Maybe I could have been reading into that too much, but like, there wasn't any. And also, like, it didn't seem like he was like right where the shooting was happening. It seemed he was like still a little bit off, and like the bullets that were just coming were like strays or whatever. Almost like there was like a big like operation going on somewhere, and like he was just in an area where they caught a couple strays, and that the body that was floating in was sort of like almost unrelated to actually what was happening over there.
Let's just give, because it's our last week, let's give the predictions. I have a couple of them.
Okay.
First one, I think the old man is his father, because he knew the name of his mother,
Yeah.
and he repeated it, and he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So I think he is his father, and I think his mother just lied to him and never told, this guy that he has a father.
Yeah.
Then I feel like Guy Tak can get killed. I kind of feel like everybody from the family will be fine because they just like themselves too much, but I feel like they can be stuck there. And I also think that a big possibility who can get killed is the guy who was with Belinda, the mother, who talked to Gary, because I think he's going to try to protect her in the moment, and he's going to be the victim. Because it could be a random victim.
Yeah.
And I think that Patrick Schwarzenegger, out of all this family, comes out as the nicest one now, because he, at least trying to figure out, for him, it's like transformative trip, kind of.
Yeah.
And I just hope that Belinda doesn't get killed. That's my,
Me too.
And I hope Chelsea doesn't get killed, because that would be terrible.
Yeah.
What's yours?
So.
Just a couple predictions.
Yeah. I think that as much as I like him being the father theory, and I could still possibly see that happening, the thing is, my question is, where are these gunshots coming from? Like, what is that plot? What's leading up to this? And I feel like the only two real possibilities, because it's a lot of gunshots. When I rewatched that scene, I realized like this isn't just like one like.
It was like 5, 6, yeah.
Like targeting one other person. Like this is like the place is getting shot up. There's some sort of operation that's going on here. So
people say that it's definitely going to be police and like that they're going to come. Somebody is going to.
Yeah.
And they're going to like think that the main father is going to be of the family is going to think it's after him. Rick is going to think it's after him. What Gay Talk is going to be think it's after him.
Like it's going to be a huge mess. That's what I think it's going to be. And I'm not quite sure exactly like who the police are going to be coming for. I think my guess might be the police are coming for Gary.
Gary.
Yeah, because he killed somebody. I feel like the other one, like for theft.
Because Belinda will lick him.
Yeah. Like for theft, and for pushing over that guy in the chair. Like sure, but I don't know if that's exactly a reason to like shoot up a resort or whatever. But like for a murder scheme that turned into a mass murder that Gary's currently on the run for, I think that's probably enough for like
I want people to
rate.
write all your guys'
Yeah.
opinions about White Lotus
Yeah.
and all your predictions. What's gonna happen? Or do you think has already happened? Because I
Yeah.
feel like we made a lot of people who watch our podcast to watch it. We
Yeah.
see people, so we want your predictions, and we'll see. Maybe if somebody is gonna be right next week, we'll just read this comment, and it's like, okay, this guy was right about.
Yeah,
That will
yeah.
be, and we'll see. It's gonna be interesting if we were gonna be right or no.
Yeah.
One more topic I wanted really quickly to address is that we watched Chappell Roan talking about the kids, and she basically feared the internet and fired it up because she said that everybody who is with kids who she knows is miserable.
Yeah.
There's not much to add here, but I just thought it's gonna be interesting. Everybody's fighting her back. I feel like a lot of people who are with kids are miserable. I feel like if you don't have money,
Yeah.
you're gonna be miserable because kids need a lot of money and you want to give them everything.
Yeah.
Like you want to have nannies and all this stuff.
Yeah. And also, she said people with kids at this age,
Yeah.
which I feel like gets. I thought that part of it got overlooked, but I feel like, because people might have thought that she just said everybody like in 2025 that has kids, but
Yeah.
I felt like she meant more like people that are her age that are having children.
Yeah.
Are miserable.
Which is like 26, 25. Yeah.
And that makes sense to me because if you are that age and you have children, likely like your children are very, very young.
Yeah.
And you're not getting any sleep. So it's like, yeah. And everybody who loves their kids so much will still admit that like those first couple of years are kind of rough because you're not getting sleep. You're just constantly having to supervise your child. Like, sure, they're little and cute,
They
but
shit
like,
all the time.
yeah, like they can be a handful sometimes. So I feel like that's what she meant. And then like it got totally taken out of proportion. And like I saw it being retweeted by like all these accounts that were like, yet another woman who comes out against having children. What is our society turning into? I'm like, bro, this pop star is just like on a podcast. Don't like, you're taking it way too deep. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to have kids. Do you want to have kids?
I don't know. I mean,
At this point, you don't know yet. Because
Yeah.
when I was 23, I didn't know either.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm 20.
Okay, Rebecca. All right. Anyways, guys, this is the end for today. We were very grateful for everybody who subscribes and comments. We still have a lot more viewers than subscribers, so please subscribe. Don't forget.
Yeah, please.
And check out our Instagram, but also like YouTube is the most important. So please subscribe, comment, share it with your friends. And the longer you watch the podcast, the more it's going to be pushed to other people. So please watch it longer. Some people watch it twice or like play it on the background. You're angel. And you hear, we were talking about kids, and I have neighbors. The whole floor of my neighbors is just full of kids, and they just yell and. Yeah,
That must be so nice.
Very nice. You know, when we were moving in, I was afraid of like drug addicts and stuff like this who like play music. But I think kids is better than somebody who plays very loud music.
Turns out you were afraid of the wrong thing.
I was. Anyways, we might talk to you soon from Miami, or I don't know if we're gonna film it here, if it's gonna be on time, if it's not gonna be on time, whatever.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for subscribing. We're gonna go and hang out and live our life.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. See ya.
Goodbye. Subscribe.